Okay, looks like we've got a bunch of folks in here. People will continue to join, but we are here today for our welcome webinar, Getting Started on Your GED Journey. My name is Caitlin. I'm part of the marketing team here at GED, and I will be today's moderator. Today's webinar will be about 30 minutes long, and it will be recorded, so don't worry about taking notes or anything. We're going to go through tips for getting started, navigating your account, basics of the test. And if you have any questions along the way, you can go ahead and type those in the chat, but we will have a few minutes at the end for Q&A. Our advisors will try to reply as we go, but I will introduce our advisors who are going to walk us through today's webinar. They are our in-house experts when you enroll in GED Plus. They are paired with you every step of the journey to assign study materials, answer all your questions, and really be there to support you in your success. So with that, I will go ahead and pass it off to Carrie.
Hi, my name is Carrie, and I am an advisor in Minnesota. And I have been doing this I've been an advisor for just about 4 years. So I'm really excited to work with you. Um, Juan and Lydia, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Sure, thank you, Carrie. Hi, everyone. My name is Juan. I've been an advisor for just over 3 years now as well. Y también sí hablamos español si tienes preguntas.
My name's Lydia. I'm also located in Minnesota. We're happy to have you here. And like what said before, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to drop them in the chat.
All right, so GED advisors are experts on the GED exam and guide students through each step of the GED journey. We provide resources, tips for success, and help with any questions that might come up along the way. The goal today is to provide actionable steps to start your GED journey. We will discuss basic information about the GED exam and its subjects. We'll go over how to get started once you've set up your account. We will discuss how to prepare for the exam and provide information on resources that will be provided to you. And there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions throughout the presentation and at the end.
Okay, so we're just going to start off here with a short poll. Of course, there's no right or wrong answer. Just get familiar with this function, and we're going to use it a few times throughout the presentation. Oh, can't hear me? All right. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. So this poll reads, what is your motivation for getting your GED? Common responses are to go to college, get a new job, for family, friends, join the military, reach a goal for myself or other. So go ahead and submit a response. It may pop up in your chat window or in a separate window, or you can just go ahead and type in the chat if you don't see that pop up. So let me see if any responses are coming through, if you guys are able to okay, I do see some chat coming in here. Excellent. Again, so I'll leave that open just so you guys can get familiar with it. But we're going to go ahead and go back to Carrie.
Okay, so let's talk about GED basics. It is important to note that the GED test and GED Ready official practice test are available in both English and Spanish. The GED Plus has bilingual advisors who can help issue Spanish language prep materials as well. It is broken down into 4 subjects: math, science, language arts, and social studies. The GED is accepted at the vast majority of colleges for those that are interested in continuing their education. It's equivalent to a high school diploma, and upon completion, you will be joining over 21 million GED graduates around the world.
Alrighty, myths and misconceptions. What to know before you get started. I just want to address some of the misconceptions. So myth number 1, it's easy to get a GED. On reality, the journey may differ for each student, but with determination and preparation, getting your GED is absolutely doable. Myth number 2, a GED isn't as good as a high school diploma. Well, on the contrary, a GED showcases your knowledge and skills to colleges and employers. In fact, 97% of colleges and employers accept the GED credential, including prestigious universities like Harvard, Yale, and Stanford. Now, myth number 3, math is impossible. While many students, including myself, have found math challenging, however, fear not. We have a wealth of resources to help you pass, which we'll cover in this webinar. And the last myth, maybe you're too old to get a GED. People leave high school for various reasons, but age is never a barrier. We've had countless success stories from students of all ages, proving that it's never too late to achieve your GED. So creating an account, what's next? As you read the bullet points here, I'd like to inform you that the next few slides will show you some screenshots of your online account once you sign up and log in, and where to find some helpful resources. There's a lot of info available on your account, so please make sure to explore.
All right, so when you first log on to your GED.com, this will be your home screen. You can see the different icons for each subject, and you can get more information if you click on each subject. And the alerts and tiles may change depending on your location and what step of the GED journey that you're on. But if you click on that red banner, it will give you instructions on what steps you need to take in order to move forward. And then from your home page, you can click on the study button at the top of the page, and it will show you all the resources available to you. Some of these are available for purchase, and if you scroll towards the bottom, you can find a list of free resources as well. And I did want to point out that there is a free preview for all of our 4 test subjects, which gives you an idea of what's on the GED exams, as well as a free practice tutorial so that you can get familiar with how the GED exam works. And like we talked about on the last slide, this is an example of what that free exam tutorial looks like. You will be able to try out different features on the exam, which will be helpful to get familiar with how you can click through each page, as well as use the buttons like the navigator. And you can practice scrolling up and over to view the full passage in question and to see what different question types look like so that you're not surprised by the layout. And this preview can help calm your nerves a little bit and let you know exactly what to expect. And one note is just for science and math, it is important to get familiar with how to use the online calculator because you won't be able to use your own on exam day if you're testing online. But you won't have to memorize any formulas. They will be provided for you. And in this preview test, it can show you exactly where to locate those formulas.
If you feel like a classroom setting is best for your learning style, this page can help you find prep centers when you just search by your zip code. Click the study button on your GED account and select Find GED classes. A local GED class can provide support throughout your GED journey, expert instructions on GED test subjects, practice for the GED test, and help with career and college planning. Okay, the GED Ready is the official practice test. It has half the questions and is half the length of time of the official GED test. If you score green with scores between 145 and 200, you're likely to pass, and we want you to schedule your official test right away. Normally, students will schedule the exam within 1 to 2 weeks at most, so the information is fresh in your mind. If you score yellow with scores between 134 and 144, you're almost ready, but you'll just need a little bit more practice. If you score red with scores between 100 and 133, you'll want to spend more time preparing. Save time by focusing only on what you need to learn. You can view your score report on GED.com, and that will let you know which areas you should focus your studying on. It's important to note that you won't be shown which questions you did not answer correctly, but you will see the topics that you missed. It's a common misconception that the GED is one long exam, but it's actually 4 separate tests, and many students find success in taking one test at a time to be able to focus on that subject before moving on to the next. In the next few slides, we'll break down what to expect for each subject, and we will share a practice question for you all to answer.
What to expect on the language arts exam. The language arts exam is divided into a few sections, such as reading for meaning, identifying and creating arguments, and of course, language and grammar. Plus, there is a written essay portion as well. You'll have about 150 minutes to complete the exam. And on the next slide, we're going to have a little interactive fun with a sample language arts question.
All right, thanks, Juan. So this poll question is again launching, and it may be in a separate window or in your chat. So we're going to move pretty quickly through these, but this one for language arts, the question reads, the main character of a story is also called what? A, antagonist, B, exposition, C, author, or D, protagonist. So go ahead and give us your best guess here. Let's see if any answers are coming through. Great. Looks like people are answering this one. Again, we're going to move very quickly through these, but looks like most of you are pretty good with this one. And the correct answer there is D, protagonist. So Juan, we will go back to you.
Thank you, Caitlin. Now, if you found that practice question challenging, don't worry. You can check out GED Live. It's a fantastic resource that offers numerous benefits to aid in your preparation, such as flexible scheduling of online GED classes, on-demand GED courses, recorded course materials for easy review, direct help from instructors, accessible on any device, and of course, you have the option to purchase all 4 subjects for just 90 days, or access to the math or reading language arts classes for 45 days, and much more.
For the social studies exam, the topics will include reading as well as analyzing historical events, and the format of this exam is multiple choice, and you are given 70 minutes to complete the whole exam. I'll pass it back over to Caitlin for another practice question.
All right, thanks, Lydia. So this question here reads, how many senators represent each U.S. state? A1, B2, C3, or depends on state population. So let's give everyone just a second there. Let's see if anything is coming in. Okay. Looks like we've got a couple split responses. No, actually, you know, it looks like you guys are, oh, we're all back and forth here. So quickly, the correct answer there is B2, and we're going to go over some more study materials. Lydia?
Thank you. So as far as the app goes, the GED has launched an official GED mobile app called GED and Me, and it is now available to download on the App Store and Google Play, in the App Store as well as in Google Play for Android. And within this app, you will find personalized guidance, practice questions, as well as study tracking right from your phone. And you can set goals and stay on track with daily questions and reminders within the app.
Let's talk a little bit about science. The science exam is also broken down into multiple choice questions, and the on-screen calculator is also available to use. Some of the topics on the exam are listed above, and you're given 90 minutes to complete this exam.
All right, and our science poll question. What unit is used to measure force? A, Newton, B, gram, C, kilo, or D, pound? Let's see if you guys were able to respond to this one. Oh, I did see a question. I will just answer this so it doesn't get lost. Is the app available in Spanish? Not yet, but it is coming soon. So stay tuned for that. Okay, and just back to our, oh, thank you, Carrie, for answering. Okay, back to our science question. I will share, looks like most of you got this one correct. The correct answer is A, Newton. So we will go check out some more study materials.
GED Flash is a great study tool that we offer, and I can't recommend it enough to my students. Students are provided with question sets on each attempt and receive immediate feedback on their responses. This will help you to master the GED test subjects. You get access to a full collection of GED practice questions and answers covering concepts that you need to know to pass. You can choose language arts, social studies, science, or math when you're purchasing. And you can learn as you go. Each practice question comes with step-by-step explanations so you can see instantly where you may have gone wrong and learn how to do it right the next time. You can study on the move. It's created for use on the phone, tablet, or desktop, so you can study whenever and wherever you find a moment of free time. And you can prep at your own pace. With GED Flash, you can study for the GED in as little as 5 minutes a day. GED Flash offers the flexibility of practicing without feeling tied down for hours.
All right, everybody, picture this. You're on your final subject before earning your GED. It's that dreadful math exam. The math exam will cover various topics such as basic math, geometry, algebra, and graphs in a multiple choice format. You'll have about 115 minutes to complete this exam. You will also have access to a calculator and the on-screen formula sheet. And of course, we will try another quick practice question.
All right, thank you. So this question here reads, if you walk 6 miles in 120 minutes, how fast are you going? Options are A, 0.05 miles per hour, B, 2 miles per hour, C, 3 miles per hour, or D, 6 miles per hour. And this again is an example of something that you'll have, you can use a calculator for, you'll have the formula provided. So we're moving pretty quick here, but let's just see if anyone's got this one. All right, I see some answers in the chat. All right, looks like most of you are pretty good with this one. The correct answer there is C, 3 miles per hour. And so if you had any trouble with this, Juan is going to go over a great study material.
Thank you again, Caitlin. Now, if you found any of the practice questions today tricky and you need hands-on help, please consider GED Plus. It is our most comprehensive GED prep program with online materials available at your convenience. The GED Plus includes a personal GED advisor to guide and encourage you, such as ourselves, comprehensive study tools, the test until you pass a guarantee, which covers retakes until you succeed, the official practice test for confidence building, one-on-one tutoring for extra support, and step-by-step guidance to ensure your success. Now, just so that you know, students who use GED Plus are twice as likely to earn their high school credential than those who study on their own. Now, maybe you're interested in GED Plus, but you're looking for a way to participate for free. Look no further than GED Works. As part of this program, if you're a student seeking a new job or a career change, you can enter your zip code here on our connector tool, and you will see a list of employers who are hiring and are part of our GED Works program. You can apply for a position, and if you get the job, your new employer will pay for your GED while you work.
When you do feel ready to schedule your test, we recommend that you do that. And we have a variety of convenient days and times available for testing so that you can find something that works with your schedule. Just a reminder that not all states allow online testing, but if your state does, the option will show up for you, along with the test center option when you log in to schedule your exam. From your online account, when you click on the Schedule Test button, you may see some different options depending on your state's rules. If your state does allow online testing, just make sure that you do a systems check on your laptop or computer just to make sure that it's compatible and meets all the requirements. And then just note that for online testing, you do need to be in a closed room with no one else present. And if you want to go test to a test center in person, you'll just need to click on Schedule at a test center and pick which center you would like via searching your address or your zip code. And like I mentioned on the last slide, different states do have different rules, such as price, age, and other testing requirements. You can find your state's policies by visiting the GED.com page when you hover over About the Test at the top. And once you select your state from the dropdown, you can find helpful information like retake policies, local contacts, and more.
We've had many positive testimonials from our GED graduates. One day soon, this could be you, and we would absolutely love to celebrate your accomplishment. Once you earn your GED credential, we have a ton of ways you can share your accomplishment. One is with digital badges. It's a great way to stand out with employers and colleges, something to look forward to as you work on your GED.
All right, and then we just have one more poll question as we wrap up here. And we want to know if you feel ready to take the next step. So we hope you're confident enough to start, but if not, if you still have questions, we've got time here. You can type those in the chat. I saw a few already coming through. Okay, great. Looks like we've got some confident folks here. Love to see that. All right. So like I said, go ahead, type your questions in the chat. But if you think of something later, or if you don't feel comfortable sharing now, you can always reach out to help@ged.com. All right, and awesome. I see some of our advisors are already answering questions. All right. And again, all of the links will be sent out today in an email. So questions about like pricing and where to purchase and where to sign up for things, that'll all be in a follow-up email with the recording. I saw an earlier question, and Carrie, I think you addressed it about in-person classes, if you just want to expand on that for everyone.
Yeah, sure. So if you are interested in in-person classes, you can find them on your GED.com page. Just click on the study link at the very top of the page, and then you'll scroll down to, I think it says adult education opportunities. It's at the very bottom of the study page. And then you'll be able to find local classes by entering your zip code. They may or may not have a cost associated, but you're welcome to call and find out what's available in your area.
Thank you. And again, with that, there was another question about state funding availability. That is going to depend on what state you're in, so the costs may be different. So again, there is a link to state rules and policies, and that'll be included in a follow-up email so you can search for your specific location. Let's see. How many questions per subject? Does one of our advisors know that one?
Really, it's gonna vary. What the best way I can explain it to you is how much time you have per subject. And so like on the math, you have 115 minutes. And I know that on some of the other exams, like maybe science, you have only 90 minutes. Um, so I think within that time frame, you're looking at about 40 questions, more or less.
Thank you. And as a reminder, the GED Ready practice test that has about half the questions and half the time. So that's a great way to kind of get a gauge of where you're at and how much time you need to spend on each subject. Does each subject cost the same? I believe the answer is yes, but someone please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, let's see what else.
I can expand on that real quick.
Thank you.
So the GED Plus for each subject, if you're looking to just purchase one subject for GED Plus, it is $139. But if you're looking to purchase all four subjects in one bundle, it will come out to $449.
Thank you, Juan. Is it possible to take the test in a month? I know we have all sorts of timelines, but if someone wants to expand on that.
Yeah, I can expand on that. We recommend scheduling it within 2 weeks of your practice test. That's just for ease of you remembering all the information that was on the practice test and everything like that. But as far as scheduling it a month out, yes, you can schedule it a month out if you would like to. When you go to schedule it, there'll be a calendar and you can pick what date is available for you in your schedule. And that should not be a problem at all.
Thank you. All right, still scrolling through all of these questions. We have a question here about the scores. So is there a certain score that you need to get to apply to a university? I know there's a ranges for our scores. Does one of our advisors, can they expand on that?
Yeah, it is a range, but I believe that it starts at 155 as a minimum and then goes up from there. I think most colleges I've seen start at 160 usually.
Okay, thank you.
I've definitely had students go to college even with scores of 145 on everything. Each college is a little bit different, so I would suggest checking with the admissions department at the school you're interested in. It's possible if you score a little bit lower on some of the subjects, you might need to take some kind of, intro classes or something like that. But like I said, I've definitely had students go to college with 145.
Great, thank you. Is there a graduation ceremony? So we do each year hold a virtual online graduation. It's usually in May, but a lot of like your local community college, or if you're attending a adult education program, they may also have some graduation ceremonies. So always reach out to what's nearby and see if you can walk across the stage. We've seen a lot of, great testimonials and awesome stories from people who have attended a graduation ceremony. All right. What else am I missing here? There's a lot coming in fast. Is there a GED study guide that you can recommend? I know we have some online. Do any of our advisors want to expand on recommendations?
Well, I know that Kaplan was talked about in the chat. Kaplan is a really good resource for studying. I know that some of the resources that we would be offering one is called Aztec, and we also have a few other options. So if you're looking for study material, you can always reach out to your advisor. And if you're looking to purchase some, you can look at GED Flash. GED Flash is another good study resource that we offer in our GED suite.
Thank you. All right, what else? Okay, we only have a few more minutes here. Let's see. Yes, you can sign up at GED.com. Yes, this is being recorded. If you have questions about your age and location, again, you'll want to search for your state and understand your specific state policies. That'll also show up in your account if there's a red banner when you log in. If there's any alerts that you need to know based on your location.
When I'm seeing some questions about like the difference between GED and GED plus, so I just
Perfect.
wanted to address that as well
Thank
as
you.
maybe when people can start. So GED is the actual kind of diploma. It's a generalized education diploma. GED plus is a program that you can purchase if you'd like to have access to advisors like us. You'd have access to all of the study materials, tutoring potentially, and also all of your test costs would be covered. So if you choose to work on your GED completely on your own, that's fine. You would just purchase tests on your own. But if you do want a little bit more support and personal help, GED Plus is a great option. And as far as when you can start your GED anytime. If you're working on your own, you just log in and I would suggest purchasing the ready tests first to see if you're prepared for the GED test or if you need to do a little bit of studying. If you choose to purchase GED Plus, as soon as you purchase that, you will be assigned an advisor and we'll reach out and get you started.
Great. Thank you, Carrie. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else we haven't addressed, but if we don't get to your questions, as a reminder, you can always reach out to help@ged.com. And then I will also suggest following us on social media. We always post inspirational stories and motivational tips if you ever need an extra boost of confidence. And just as a reminder, I will send out an email with this recording and links to everything that we discussed here today. We have maybe time for a few more questions here. I know they keep coming in.
Caitlin, I saw a couple that had to do with how many days it takes for the practice test to come through and everything like that and where they can see their score. When you log into your GED.com, up at the top, there's a tab for your scores. You can go ahead and take a look at that score report for that score, but it may take a day to come through. It usually takes a couple of hours to come onto the account, but it can take 24 to 48 hours. So I would just suggest reaching out if it's been longer than that to GED, but it can take 24 to 48 hours for it to come through on your account.
Thank you, Lydia. All right. I think that's about all the time we have, unless any of my advisors have any parting words. I think we addressed a lot of questions. But again, thank you everyone for being here and for engaging with us. Thanks to our advisors for answering everything. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off here and say good luck and take care, and we wish you all the best. Bye-bye.